Well, hey there, and welcome everyone to another Player Spotlight. This time we have the man, the myth, the legend. It's Paul, the mid laner here for the Knights himself. And Paul, I'm so used to getting into interviews with you and immediately being like, so why does everyone ban your entire god pool? But this one's, like I had mentioned to you, and as people should know at this point, it's a little different. We're going to find out more about the guy behind the name, which already is interesting because you
My
managed to
name.
get the Paul in-game name as well. But before we get into things like that, I just want to know, like, when you were growing up, like, take it back, like, what was the environment like? Like, what was your household like? Were you playing a lot of games, or did you do sports? What was it like growing up as a kid for you?
Um, I just like to say it's so funny how it's just like our names down here. It just says it shows your
Paul.
full name, like Gore Miser and everything, and it's just like Paul, just
Paul.
Paul. Um, but at my house when I was growing up, yeah, usually uh, my mom and my parents got me a GameCube for like Christmas or something, and
Hmm.
so ever since I got the GameCube, I'm just like, dude, this thing is sweet. And then like for my birthday, like I get like a Game Boy or something, and
Yeah.
like maybe like the next Christmas, I just kept like through the generation of consoles, I just keep going up and up. So I got a GameCube, I got a Game Boy, I got an Xbox. I got an Xbox 360. Dude, I'm not spoiled, by the way. This was years. This was
Yeah, this
years in
is
the
years and
making,
years and
okay?
years apart, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to, I'm not like a spoiled kid. I get like, dude, I'd go to school and I swear to God, some people, they'd be like, I'm like, yo, what'd you get for Christmas, man? They're like, yo, I got a PS3 and Xbox 360. I'm like, bro, why you need all that stuff, man? Oh yeah, but I slowly went up, and then I think my brother was playing some computer games, and then I was just like, yeah, I got just like the computer gaming more, I think, and then yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
So you really kind of like as a kid, like you're living like I guess your best life, right? You're just hanging out. You still have school and all that, but like for the
Hmm.
most part, you're just going home. You play on your GameCube. You get your Wind Waker on. As everyone knows,
Hmm.
Wind Waker is the immediate gateway into professional Smite. You have to be really good at one to get to the other.
Wait,
But yeah, no,
Wind
I think
Waker?
that's yeah. On GameCube, did you not play Wind Waker? Legend of Zelda? Okay, well,
I
all right,
didn't,
maybe. All
man.
right,
I
never mind.
didn't,
Hold on.
bro.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Oh my
minute. I might
God.
have to.
I
Here I
played.
was thinking one of the most popular GameCube games, Paul.
What did I play? I played like 007 games. I
Okay,
played
that's good.
Pikmin.
Oh yeah,
What
easy.
else did I play? Oh, Smash Bros, I believe.
Yeah,
Dude, it's been so long. What the heck?
it's been so long. Well, honestly, let's
Doesn't
be honest. If anything, Smash Bros is the thing that gets most people into games.
true.
Like even when you're just playing with your friends, like that's where your true competitive nature comes out. Because
True.
nothing quite drives you the same way I think a fighting game can.
Yeah, 100%. That's where it all
So
starts.
I guess like you're growing up. Like, did your family like did you have like siblings that you played a lot of games against, or were you an only child? Like, what was that kind of like?
I just have one brother, and yeah, we just competed a lot, I guess. A lot of trash talk. Oh yeah, we played Halo. Halo, yeah, a lot of Halo.
Halo,
It's so
a
funny
lot
how
of
it's a
Halo.
M game, but we played it. I played it when I was like 12, so
Yep.
that's fun. That's just the way it goes. Um, yeah, just one brother, and then we just competed a lot, pretty much, and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So what was the first game like, you jumped and like you've mentioned a couple of games that are competitive games. They have their own esports and their own scenes. But what was the first one that you played and kind of realized you could take it to the next level? Was Smite the first game that you really escalated beyond just playing casually?
Yeah, yeah, it's Smite. Um, yeah, it was Smite because
Just
I
Smite.
played League of Legends before, and then
Mhm.
I was playing League of Legends, and then my friend, I was in a call with two friends, and one of my friends was like, "Yo, you guys should try Smite." And I'm just like, "Nah." And then my other friend was like, "No, come on, let's try it." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then I remember playing Thor in a bot game, and I got a triple kill, and I'm like, "Dude, this game might be sick." And then yeah, and so when I started to do competitive stuff is when there's like there's a lot of community tournaments for gem prizing that I still do
Mhm.
today. They're really fun just to play. And yeah, I just played a bunch of them, and then I met somebody who thought I was like really good, and it was funny because Xbox Smite is like this was before it was only PC Smite, and then Xbox
Hmm.
Smite became a thing, and so he literally offered to buy me an Xbox to play on his Xbox team, and so I'm like, dude, I gotta do it, and then I did that, and then we got like second place at Xbox Worlds or something, and then I started playing PC because I like
Yeah, you
PC.
made that switch. And again, like I think I remember seeing your name through a lot of those community tournaments. Like I feel like there's a Friday Night Smite way in the back win that I remember seeing Paul at least at some point. Because there were always fun names, like
Probably
Freya, I believe, was an in-game
100%. Yeah,
name that someone was
play a
playing
lot.
with, and
Yeah,
so
a
yeah,
lot
there
with
were
them.
there were
Yeah,
a lot of players that had those interesting names way back in the time. But when you started, like you had kind of mentioned, you were playing, like you played Halo, you played League, and then you tried out Smite. And I think it's funny that you had to have a couple of buddies pull you, and I had to buy my friend the God Pack, so at least they didn't have that $30 entry
really.
fee. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm kind of interested, but I want to play other stuff. I spent the $30 just to get him
You
in,
had to sell them.
but hey, it sold him. He played for quite quite a little while after that.
He quit.
But yeah, he has. Well, he plays intermittently now. I think is the better way to word it, right? Whereas every now and then he'll hop on. He's still a Loki main, so like that doesn't necessarily
Oh,
go over
the
well.
rework.
But I don't know
The
that he's
rework
played
though.
the rework. He was really upset when I told him about the rework. Either way,
Oh,
it's one of those moments that you played like you said for a little bit, then you got onto console. Did you ever see yourself getting to be a mid laner on a successful SPL team, having a world championship under your belt? Like, did you ever see that in your future when you had started?
no. Dude, I played ADC on Xbox or something. So if I told myself back then I'd win Worlds as a mid laner, well, I guess I went from mid to ADC back to mid. But when I was on ADC, I guess that'd be weird to like go back in time and like tell myself that no, yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I thought I'd be a like SML hero forever till I die.
Well, hey, lucky for you, you got to make that jump. And that jump is
True.
one of the, I guess, more important distinctions in Smite, right? Like, I imagine, and it's been a couple years now for you, so this isn't a fresh conversation, but when you go up specifically to your family, like, hey guys, I'm going to be moving to live in a team house to play a video game for a living. I mean, I imagine that was an interesting conversation. Were they very supportive? Like, did your family say, yeah, go do it? Or was it kind of a, I'm sorry, what? Conversation?
So I think it's like two answers in one because because I've been in the SK house and I've also been in this house. So it's two seasons
Hmm.
for me now in gaming houses. So the first one, I think my mom wanted me because that was like what was it like 2 years ago? So I was like 20. My
Yeah.
mom like wanted me out of the house. She's like, all right, go,
Get out of
go.
here.
And then this season, my mom like misses me, so she's like, don't go. So that's like
No, you
two
can stay
now.
here.
Yeah, exactly. And then I don't know, dude, I like gaming houses. When I was like when I played League of Legends and stuff, and gaming houses were like first starting to be a thing, I
Hmm.
thought that was so cool. Like you just like played games in a house for like a living instead of like working at like an office or something. I thought that was so
Yeah.
sweet. And then it was so weird because right when I got into SPL, that's like that's like pretty much right when it was like, yo, next season there's gonna be gaming houses. So I'm like, is this fate? Is this fated?
The stars aligned for Paul to move into a gaming house. And that's actually like
100%.
a perfect segue to the next thing because you guys get to hang out all the time. And sometimes I'm imagining like there can be frustrations, the fact that you're
Hmm.
living with a bunch of other people, but I'm sure there's also a lot of gaming stuff and things that could help. And I want to know, is that, at least for the Knights, really important to get that behind the scenes stuff just to make sure like the game goes well as well? Like, do you guys just feel like buddies no matter what, even in the middle of an SPL game, or is it more like a business transaction? You shake hands after everything.
Well, we've been playing together for me, Ronnie, and Neil have been playing together for Trifecta, SK, and now PK. So yeah, I think we're buds outside the game.
Yeah.
And so is Fred and Zap. Wait, did I just completely
Hmm.
forget Zap?
Yeah, you did.
Did I just,
Well, hey, everybody can
well,
like he's always been there. Zap's ever present in Smite, so he's just like a given at this point, right?
I like to say, okay, Zap, don't hate me, dude. Okay, technically, when I first started playing, it was with Met. So I think it was yeah. That's why I got my SPL shot because Matt Yankee was mid laner, but he's playing mid, but he was an ADC player. So they're like, let's kick out Zap and we'll make Met go ADC, and then we bring in me for mid. So that's how I got my shot. So and then afterwards, I think Zap like yoinked Met spot, but yeah. Anyway, I literally forgot the question. I just got lost.
Oh, it's just
What was the
like
question?
like how important it is for you guys, like hanging out, behind the scenes, and how much
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
means to you as a team.
yeah. No, it's dude. If you're just in a house and you don't do anything else and it's not fun, it's not gonna be a funny
Yeah.
experience. So like, it's pretty important you do fun stuff outside the game as well because it's a lot better if you do that.
Yeah, what kind of things do you guys do to chill outside of Smite? Like you have, SPL games when the season's going on, you have scrims all the time, but when you finally are able to put those to bed, are you still sitting on your computers playing, or do you guys try to get out and do stuff? Like, what kind of things do you do?
Um, yeah. Well, it's been weird because of we'd be definitely doing more stuff outside if it wasn't for like
Yeah.
COVID or whatever. Um, but like I think we went to Top Golf. I don't know, just like random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What did we? Okay, this season we haven't done that much because 2020.
Yeah.
But like last season, what did we do? Dude, we did stuff, but I just can't remember it.
Oh yeah,
I
the
know
point is
Top
like
Golf
you
for
still
sure.
got to hang out and everything, right? Like
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
go
we
out
we,
and
we
you'd
did
do stuff as a team, whether or not you remember it. And honestly, maybe it was a better night because you don't remember it. Either way, you never know.
true,
And
true.
so I think that's always like one of those important things, especially because, and this is something that realistically only what I guess 8 people in the world can answer, right? You are one of the top mid laners in the world, right? Just because of the merits that are the pro league. And I want to know, like, does that ever, like, kind of get to you? Like, do you ever feel, like, pressure to perform because of that? Or just hanging out with the team, kind of chilling and just knowing that you're in the SPL and that, well, I mean, look at it last year, right? You had a really good weekend and got a world
Mhm.
championship. Like, you know that it'll happen, like, you'll perform when necessary.
Um, yeah, usually I know some people get nervous, but for me it's just like I'll be like if I don't play to my best ability, then I'll be like upset at myself because it's only like a tournament or something is only like a few days for you to actually like play good and stuff. So it's like if I just like choke and do bad, I'll be like mad at myself more than anything. So I just try my best to play to my best ability.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's what I think.
I mean, lucky for you, you can play what feels like literally any god you want in mid lane, and it also feels like the knights like to facilitate it, so it doesn't necessarily worry too much when you see the hell bands, the hair, any band down there, Hebo bands that come through just to target you that comes through, and
Mm.
again, like we talk about it as you being one of the top role or top mid laners in the world and in the league. And you had kind of mentioned it earlier, but did you always intend to be mid? Like, did you always want to play mid, or like you had mentioned, starting out as like a hunter, as a carry? Did that transition come easily for you, or were you kind of forced into a separate role first?
Um, when I very first started playing, I think my first thing I play okay. Okay, so I played mid, but it was Hunbats with meditation. Okay, so I was a Hunbats meditation in mid lane.
Naturally.
Okay, and then I just remembered I get like 30 kills a game. It's like the most cheesiest thing, but for some reason I started playing like that. So I think I started playing assassins, but this was so brief. And then I think after like a couple weeks or something, I'm like, mages are so OP. I'm just gonna only play mages. And then I started playing mages, and yeah, and then it was pretty much all mid. And then for like a brief period on Xbox, I played ADC because I think mid lanes split a lot, and they didn't get as much farm or something. I'm just like, I want to carry as ADC or something like that. And then eventually I'm like, okay, I like mages, and then I swapped back. Now I'm back to mid, and then I played SML mid, and then that's when they needed mid
Hmm.
laners, so it worked out. It would be bad.
And did
That dude,
you
that'd be. Wait,
do it?
oh, I have one sentence left. One sentence.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it would be bad because Zapman ADC, Met Yankee ADC. My hand goes here. Met Yankee ADC, and then me ADC. So that would not work out at all because they need a mid laner,
Yeah.
right?
So perfect timing for you. But do you ever have a role, like another role, what you look at, especially in the pro league, and you think, man, I'd like to play that one, or is that just kind of like mid's the life for you?
Well, kind. I mean, not really for me because well, I like to play mages, and so if I wanted to play mages,
Hmm.
like hunters are the best in ADC, and like guardians are the best in support, and so it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't really fit in with the gods I like to play. So I just like to play. I just want to do tons of damage. So yeah, I kind of just want to. I just want to play the best role they're in. So
Well, hey, and mages then are the best for you, right? You get a ton of damage every game. You get a lot of good poke out there as well.
true.
And again, we had kind of mentioned it, but you have a ton of gods that you can play. But do you have a favorite god? Like, do you have someone that is just you're above and beyond, like the most fun to play for you, or maybe just a few that you prefer above the others?
Hmm. Yeah, I usually go in phases though. Like I'll have like a Hebo phase where I'm like, oh, I love it. I want to play Hebo every game. It's so fun. And then I'll have like a Hell phase. Like I just go, but usually like right now I'm in a Morgan phase, dude. I think Morgan's so fun to play. Just you open on someone from stealth, you like one shot them, you turn into it's oh, and then Morgan's getting buffed, dude. So like, see, I'm in the Morgan phase right now, dude. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. And then I like Hell and stuff. Hell's really
Yeah,
fun. I also like Hebo. Yeah.
that's
I like
at
Uber
least
too.
what I guess three of those Uller as well. Though Uller maybe not so much lately, but all three of those I
Hmm.
think I've seen banned away from you several times. So I'm certain that at least in the picks and bans lobby, you're not as happy as you could be when you're loading into like a casual. You just get to lock in and play some Morgan and have some fun. What is it? I guess
100%.
like is Morgan just like the challenge about her that kind of like brings it up. I mean, you had mentioned like being able to essentially one shot people, but then like ulting and everything. Like, is that all that brings her above?
Uh, well, so I really like I like it's both. She's just so fun. So I really like how you can just like stealth in and just absolutely pop someone. Like I like doing damage. And then it's really cool. Like she's just like so unique compared to like any other god because you can
Hmm.
literally turn into any other god, right? So it's like when I play her well almost every game, I'm just like I feel like I like learn a lot because like I turn into like this god, I'm like oh I don't think that transformation is very good or something. So I feel like I learn a lot when I play her, and just fun. It's just fun, really fun for me
Yeah.
right now.
That's I think the fun part about her is the fact that theoretically you have to then play every god in the game, right? Like if you're gonna have a good oldest Morgan, you
Hmm.
have to be able to play theoretically everyone to make it look good. And of course, we know like if you can bring Set into the mid lane and make it look good before most of the other people started doing it, I believe you can play pretty much anybody in the game that you want to. And speaking of which, I mean,
Thank
you've
you.
played a ton of games, whether it's scrims, whether it's casuals, but realistically, competitively, you've played a ton of games. But do you have one that stands out to you the most? I imagine as a world champion, it's winning that last game, right? Or is there another one that maybe is a little brighter for you?
Well, yeah, like you said, I like really like winning the worlds. Like that game was pretty sweet. Like I still remember how it went. Like I got my combo off on the Thor. The Thor misses his ult, and then Zap stuns the Thor three, and then we just run it down and win. But I also like a game when we're on Trifecta and we played in the qualifier tournament for Worlds, and like nobody expected us to do good, or they thought we would just like lose or something. I don't know, but I remember we lost. Did we lose? We lost to SML first round, I believe, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, we suck." But then we ended up coming back and winning it. And so the tournament was kind of weird because like once you reach the finals or something, or the semifinals, you qualify for Worlds, and that's what mattered.
Hmm.
But there was like one best of three afterwards, just for seeding or something. And
Yeah.
so it was us versus Space Station. And I just remember I picked Uller, and I was like 14-1, and we were just having fun because we qualified. It was so fun. It was so fun. Good memory.
That's it's not often that we get to talk to someone because like there's often at least for the world champions like you had said like being able to vividly remember what won you that last game is always going to kind of be there for you, but there's always the interesting well there's this other one that for no like for at least for most people like it's maybe going to be another set that could just kind of wash off, but for you like it meant a lot, and I think it's fun because now I want to go
Mhm.
back and watch that trifecta set and see what happened in it
Oh,
just because
it's
I
so
think it could
fun,
be
man.
interesting.
Oh, it's so fun. Oh man, it's so fun.
just enjoying yourselves afterward. And that's something, like you go back to week 14, what was it? Yeah, in the phase 2, right, where everyone starts to have a little bit of fun. Space Station completely changes up their roster
Hmm.
and things like that when the games are a little less stringent on everything and you don't have to
Hmm.
be stressed about it. And so I guess that kind of comes forward. That's one thing a lot of people don't know about being, I guess, a pro Smite player is when you finally have the opportunity to have some fun in a game. But what's something that you at least think, like, as a mid laner, something you've learned from playing in the pro league that most Smite players just wouldn't know about?
I guess just I think I think ranked and competitive,
Mm-hmm.
like it's on the same map and like it's 5v5. Like they're pretty much like yeah, like identical, and like the picking phase and stuff is the same. But competitive
Mm-hmm.
is so different from ranked. Like in ranked, everyone is just running around like headless chickens, just like killing each other and stuff. But it's like if one person in competitive, like if you get picked or something during the mid game and it like transitions to a gold theory or like a fire giant, like that is huge. Like so what I'm saying is basically what am I saying?
That
Okay,
the
yeah,
like
you know
the
what's the easier
environment's just
answer?
different.
Yeah, that's well, here's an easier answer, okay? Just like pressure, just pressure in mid and stuff. Like if you play Hebo in ranked or something and they have ultra pressure or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. Like it's fine because it's ranked. Like they're not gonna it's not gonna be as bad. They're not gonna like coordinate that and like do gold furies and get a huge lead or something. They'll just like so eventually someone's gonna make a mistake on the enemy team because it's ranked, and then you'll be super ahead as like a Hebo or something. It doesn't matter as much. And so it's a clown fiesta in ranked. That's what I'm saying. Competitive is not,
Yeah.
so you won't get punished as much.
And so yeah, like it's just a completely different environment out there, right? Once those comms come in, especially because the way that the pros play, it just changes everything.
Hmm.
But I've had you here for almost the full limit. I have a couple more things for you. One that
Sure.
is like the biggest final question, realistically, is just what's your goal for this year, right? I mean, as you had kind of mentioned, at least for 2020, there's maybe not much in life that can really change. But when you're looking towards the end of the season, you're looking at the growth that you can have. What are some things that are on like Paul's to-do list?
For this year? Wait, does that include
Yeah.
Worlds in January or no?
Yeah, yeah, it can include worlds. We'll close it as like the end of the season. So there's
Okay.
like this year and then like a couple weeks after.
Okay. Dude, I mean, I gotta give the most obligatory answer. Dude, Worlds, winning Worlds
Yeah.
is the thing. But other than that, I don't really think there's anything on my like my goal list for the because it's just like there's nothing until Worlds now, right? So I just
Yeah.
chill and then I'll become powerful for Worlds and then I win Worlds. And so that's the
Yeah.
goal.
Look, it's a three-step plan. It's somewhere in there is
Hmm.
the profit portion of it. I guess that's the last step, right? Is win
Somewhere,
worlds
somewhere in
profit
there.
that you're going to be able to come through. Easy for Paul as it comes through. But man, I appreciate you taking your time and sitting down and just kind of chatting with me for the last few minutes. But before you do go, I do want to say, like, if people want to find you, whether it's streams, Twitter, like wherever on the internet, where can they find you just to follow you up?
Uh, on Twitter, oh, dude. Okay, on Twitter it's Paul from PC, but on Twitch it's Paul from Smite. Okay, somebody has the name Paul from PC on Twitch, man. Like, oh, man. Anyways, yeah. So Paul from PC Twitch or Paul. Ah, that's what I mean, man. Paul from PC Twitter and then Paul from Smite Twitch. There you go.
Twitch. There you go.
Ting.
So make sure you have the right websites. PC is for Twitter, Smite is for Twitch. Either way, you'll be able to
Yes,
find Paul.
yes.
Of course, if you're here to watch more stuff about the Pro League, you can subscribe. You can always leave a like or hit us up on SMITEPro on Twitter or in the comments just to see who you would like to see in the next video. Either way, thanks again, Paul, for sitting around with me, and thanks for everyone for watching. We'll talk to you in the next video.